session for a client. So I'm going to be sharing psychic wisdom and energy healing. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. There aren't any goals, so I'm going to go as guided by spirit. I'm going to go ahead and relax here, get tuned in, and we will see what comes up. Okay. Two things are happening at the same time. One is I see you have chalk. You're at a chalkboard and you're writing quite quickly. I mean, it's impressive because to write this quickly with chalk on a chalkboard, it's like you aren't smearing or smudging. I mean, it's almost like a marker. It's perfectly white lines. It's do. It's almost like massive mathematical calculations. I love the perfect white streaks, like the perfect white lines. I mean, you're just, nothing is distracting this version of yourself here. You're very busy at what this is, your equation. Now you have this other you who is a lot calmer, a lot more relaxed. You're just standing here looking at yourself, looking at your watch, looking at yourself, looking at your watch, looking at yourself, looking at your watch, looking at yourself, looking at your watch. I mean, you're infinitely doing this forever. Looking at yourself, looking at your watch, looking at yourself, looking at your watch. But you are calm. I mean, you're in no rush. But yet you keep looking at your watch, so it makes me wonder if there is a timeline or a time frame you're wanting to achieve here, and this other you is going as fast as he can, but it's just how much longer. However, this you is quite calm, quite relaxed, but you're just in this continual state of looking at yourself, doing the equation, looking at your watch over and over again. This you is not participating. This you is not doing anything. I'm going to go step into the shoes of this you. This you has a cool demeanor, sleek look. You're put together. You look the part of someone who's completely together. And even in this sort of way that you turn your wrist to look at your watch and then look at this other you, your gesture and the way that you stand, you're dressed very nicely. There's literally nothing here that's moving my heart. This you is pulling off the look, but not. It's like talk the talk, now walk the walk, you know? So if this you is going to look at this other you, right, working on the equation, hard at work, busying itself. I mean, he's trying to figure something out here. This other you is like, oh, I'm dressed, I look nice. I'm just looking at the time now. I'm just looking at the time again. Oh, just looking at the time again. Look at me, I'm cool as a cucumber. I'm really kind of useless. Not useless, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I find this to be so boring, and I really want to disconnect from this you, just looking the part but doing nothing. And I want to go look at the you that is busying yourself. But I feel stuck. I feel like I'm kind of trapped with the you that is just upholding a dignity. And there is ego to it because it's about appearances. You're always going to be perfect as this you. This really sleek, put together you is always going to look perfect and sort of represent perfection, but isn't doing anything. Because once you start to do something, you're going to screw up. You're going to make a mess. You're going to be real. You're going to be real. So if you don't want to be real, then what are you going to be? Just this sort of phenomenal looking man standing here in this nice outfit, looking at his watch. Wow, I see you. You have it together. But not really. Because on the inside, nothing is going on here. It's all about the way it is on the outside, but there's nothing going on the inside. Why is this so hard? Like, I feel like trapped or stuck with this. It's like going on the ultimate date with the most attractive person and all they do is blink at you. And you wonder, why did I do this? Why? Was it because you look good? There's nothing there. There's literally nothing there. So this you is kind of like that to me. I tell him to make mistakes. I take mud and I just throw it at him in his super clean suit. I mean, there's something smooth about his dress. It's almost like a vampire hunter or something. There's some kind of leather brown. It's brown. It's worn. Trench coat with some kind of like dusky hat also made out of leather. Very sleek, like Sherlock Holmes, like outfit underneath it, a pocket watch, also like what could be a super ultra like high-end Rolex or something on the wrist. So there's something about time here. I mean, even the way that you're dressing kind of represents eras of time, or what we might think like a vampire hunter era of time would look like, you know. So you kind of are representing some other things here, just in the way you're dressed and with your different watches. And yeah, I just throw mud at you. Because I need to ruffle this ew's feathers. Like, I need to get you to react. I need to get you to change your position. I need to get you to do something else. Why does this ewe have so much control? That's another big question. Something is happening. Has to do with the back of the neck, the back of the head. Has to do with a shift here on the front side of the face now, and the throat. And going on down to the heart, going on down to the solar plexus, has to do with this energy here. What's unbelievable is I'm peeling my own self out of a very weird, dense dimension. And it was fake. It wasn't a real place. It was almost like I was going as fast as a bullet and went into this like possible stuff. Like, I'll never go through it, but I'll just smack right into it, and then I'll just be in it and not even realize that I'm not in anything. I'm just in some kind of fake place, talking to a mirage, really. And I literally, a big hand comes and peels me out of this dimension. And now I'm standing out in the universe and I'm looking at this cube that I was in, talking to this you that was all dressed and all that. Now there's this wall here, but it's like a glass. I look through and I see this other you busy at work. And it's like this isn't ever changing. It's like infinitely stuck in place. But it's a distraction. It's a major distraction. And there's a new problem arising here, because this place, which you just take 2 dice, all right, and then just put them together. They have 1 dice and another dice, and then there's a wall between them, right? Because they are merged together. They're 2 separate dice. There's a room. There's a room. Okay. Now I'm looking into them, and this is getting smaller, and it's just kind of slowly spinning in the infinite universe. And I see that this represents a problem. It's not something that just goes away. So what is your attachment to this? What does this mean to you? Why is this so important that my guides, your guides, our higher selves need me to know about this, need me to share this with you so you can see this? You got to see this. You got to totally see this. But why? Like, what is so important here? Yeah, this is a big deal. Vibrationally, it is a big deal. It's getting smaller, but it isn't. It's kind of, I mean, it's a lot smaller than I am. But it's not getting like so small that it's getting invisible to me. And I can tell it's attached to the wall of this place, which is supposed to be defined as an infinite universe, but we're at the edge of the infinite universe, and it's a sticky wall. And this strange thing, these two cube-shaped rooms are attached to the wall. There's something angering now. It's getting aggressive. And I hear this echo inside myself that says, I want this to stop. Okay. So that's coming from you. All right. Let me just explore what this means. All right. It's much louder in here than I realized. There's lots of the number 8. There's bajillions of number 8s. And there's a conversation. It's kind of computer sounding conversation. But it also has like little sounds to it, like bleep bleep bloop 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 bleep 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 bleep. Like but it's like it's saying a word of some kind. But there's all these like sideways, like infinity symbols. But they're the number 8s. There's like it's like 011001001, but it's like 888888888. It's like that. And it's really bothering me. I mean, this is what I also find interesting about this is you're presented with something. You explore that something only to realize it was kind of a trap. Only to be presented with the next thing, thinking you're getting somewhere, only to see that, oh, there's something else now. Oh, look, there's a sticky wall. I thought it was infinite universe. Oh, I guess it's maybe not that. Everything felt vibrationally like this, but now it doesn't feel like that. It feels like this now. And now I think I understand something only for it to change, and now this is the truth. Now I'm looking at this only for this to change, and now this is the truth. So it's almost like you're hitting the next truth, the next truth, the next truth. And as you kind of get to the next truth, it's like everything you thought you knew, it wasn't that. I thought I was in this dimension trying to bring balance to this part of myself, but I was actually just like stuck in a distraction. How did that happen? Okay, I'm out. All right. I'm in the infinite universe. Now I have a chance to actually look at this and make sense of it. Only for me to realize I'm not in an infinite universe and I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Because this is a major problem and this needs to be resolved. Okay, well, what now? All right, so this is part of the message here, okay? This is quite annoying. That's where this aggravation, this anger is coming from, because it's like, well, what is the freaking truth? Is that what you're saying? Like, I want this to stop already? It's like, stop! I want this to stop already. Just tell me the freaking truth. Like, give me something I can work with here. You're giving me something, and then you're telling me it's not the truth. Okay, now I can use this. Well, that's not the truth now either. What the heck are you messing with me? Infinite universe, you're messing with me. And I'm not even in an infinite universe. What the heck's going on here, okay? So it's like this. Okay, this is very good. This is tangible, usable material. This is going to help me to totally transform this situation for you. Okay. I'm talking to you. This is totally outside the box of this place. And this place kind of like is a mastermind, messes with your mind. Mastermind. Messes with your mind, mastermind, but you're going to learn a lot here anyway. And so, but it's okay if things change. It's okay if one truth becomes yet another truth. It's like the earth is flat. No, the earth is round. No, the earth is flat again. Like, no, the earth is round. Like, what's the freaking truth, right? So one truth becomes another truth. Oh my God, this freaking earth is round. No, the earth is flat. No, oh, the sky is falling because now I just found out the earth is round. Oh, you're a blasphemer. You're going against the Bible. Like we're given a truth, and then when that truth becomes a totally different reality, our brains explode, right? And so I'm being shown that you're kind of given a truth and then you're given a totally different reality. And it's just like very frustrating. It's okay for you to. The whole point of an infinite universe is everything is the truth. Everything is the truth. So don't be attached to a truth. It's just a tool. That's all it is. So this is a tool for me to work with right now until that tool changes. And now this is what I need to work with until that tool changes. And now this is what I need to work with. Okay? So don't get attached to there being only one truth, all right? Let it continually be transforming itself because you're continually transforming yourself. Is there just only one way that you've ever been your whole life? Or have you like gone through the rabbit hole of transformation? I was kind of like this when I was younger and now I'm more like this now that I'm older, and I'll probably be even different as I get older than that. So you're always changing too. This does help, but it doesn't like totally solve things for you. But it is opening a very creepy door. And you basically look like a very old woman now. And the door is the size of a wall, like a living room wall. So it's not like, it's a little bit longer. It's rectangular, but it is a door. And is a flat black screen. It represents a door. It doesn't have a handle. And this old lady, which you represent, has a cane. And she's opening the door. This door, there's a lot here, okay? And it's hard stuff. It's difficult. It's not easy. And as she's interacting with this door, you're kind of becoming a thing. You're losing your human look. Your spine is getting a lot longer. You are developing a different kind of skin. It's more like a salamander-like skin. You do have a human-like face. But your neck is longer, like not like quite like a giraffe, but it is really long. And you're getting much stronger, much larger arms. I mean, you look like a thing. And the skin is like an orangish yellow color. And this is happening, this change is happening because you're angry. It's like the Hulk is actually this human scientist, but when he gets angry, he too changes into a thing, he becomes the Hulk. And so something inside of you, the anger is changing you, and now you are turning into a thing. Okay, this is happening as I look at the old lady and this black screen, which is a door. Behind the door is suffering. It's the only way I could describe it. Lots and lots of suffering in all its forms, okay? All its faces, this earth, many other planets, on and on and on and on and on forever. Suffering. My God, are you tired? You kind of say, oh, this, and then I have that, and then I have this, and then I have that. You're very worn out. Because we're still looking at the sticky wall of this universe and this shape stuck to it, and the U's that's still looking at the time, still doing the board forever. And we were in there trying to bring balance to it, and it's not our calling. It's not, we need to explore a different route. Only for me to pick up on, pinpoint something that internally you're struggling with. Truths are changing. And it's not giving you anything to ground into. It's not giving you anything to actually build upon, because you start to build upon a truth and then it just totally becomes a different truth. And so you can't really work with anything because nothing stays consistent. It's just changing all the time. And that anger is changing you. All the while you're presented with yet the next thing. All the while all this other stuff's still there, unresolved. And you're freaking changing into a thing. All right, so we got anger piled upon anger. And there's frustration because there's an ability to resolve stuff. And none of it is staying consistent. How can I fix something that then changes itself to the next problem? And I never, like, what? What? So that's what's going on here. Yeah, we gotta chill out this anger. It's like a pop with a bite to it. Imagine if like you're drinking a Sprite, all right? Totally manageable pop to drink. But the bubbles are so like almost like there's so many bubbles and it's like they pow like 1,000 bubbles just go pop in your mouth as you're drinking this down and it's like this bite. It's got this like bite going on inside your mouth and it's this all these oxygen bubbles just popping in there. And it's kind of cool feeling, but it's also kind of overwhelming and it's just too much. It's just simply too much. And so when I feel your anger and it's changing you, I mean everything is in the I mean there's a process to this. It's the correct process. That doesn't make it an easy process. And I'm still working on figuring out how to bring balance to it. But I do know that I have to reduce your anger because it's too much. It's like the pop is hurting my mouth. The pop is literally hurting my mouth and it's hurting my stomach. It's hurting me. So it's not enjoyable. It's hurting me, okay? So the anger is hurting you. Oh, man. You're not ready to go through this door yet. And you're kind of, oh my gosh. We're transmuting exhaustion beneath the surface of the anger. There's so much unresolved here. How am I ever going to get all this done? How am I ever going to resolve it all? You can't, you have to find a stopping point. And we're going to make this super easy for you. You ready for this? I'm going to ask you some questions. Do you want to explore those cubes that are stuck to the wall? Do you want to explore that? Yes or no? Do you want to explore yourself turning into a thing? Do you want to explore the door with the old lady? Because we can't do it all at the same time. We can only do one thing at a time. And you're getting overwhelmed because you're trying to do too much and there's now so much piling up because we're getting surprised and confused and lost in all these processes. And now more and more and more is happening. So one thing at a time, what do you want to do first? You're not going to believe what you said. Say, you show me a cleaver, like a butcher's knife. And you say, I want to cut my hand off. And you just literally just chop. And it fell to the ground. Okay, so we want to work on you first. All right, let's see. So I literally snap my fingers and we disappear the first scene. We disappear the wall with the old lady. And we're just going to focus on you, okay? Oh my gosh, you're a mess. You. All the eights and the sounds are coming back and it's getting overwhelming. Making that disappear one thing at a time. Focus on you. I mean, you have flesh that isn't there. You have some of your rib cage exposed. You have organs. You're really elongated and monster-esque looking. You have sharp teeth, but you have like a snout like a dog's mouth kind of comes out, right? Tyrannosaurus Rex mouth comes out. So it's kind of like you have a jaw that comes out and you have big like canine like teeth and you're yellowish orange color. You don't have scales, but you have like a salamander like skin. Snap my fingers and you look like yourself now. You're having a hard time letting yourself be yourself now. Again, I'm sending all these other things away because they're trying to come back to the forefront. No, sending away that with the infinite universe, sending away the old lady with the doors, sending away the sounds, and the number 8, we're sending it away, just you. Sending it away, just you. Getting you there. Almost getting you there. Come on. Hold it together. Yeah. Hold it together. You have to hold it together. You have to want to hold it together. Now hold it together. You're almost there. Want it. Okay. We're as close as we're going to get. Your head is kind of opening up, and there's a pink brain inside. And there's stuff going on in you that is making it hard to hold it together. It is. So let me take a look at this. Again, it's like floundering in too many things at the same time. Just one thing at a time. Because this is going to drive any human being insane. One thing at a time. When it's too much, one thing at a time. You are that one thing. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to go into the pink brain for a moment. It's about escapism. It's about like falling forever. There never being any land. And there's some kind of sensation of freedom about that. Like I could just keep falling forever and I never have to stop and there's no ground. So just keep going forever and it doesn't matter where I'm going because it'll always be the same. It's like what's nice about this is it's consistent. It's like we know what's going to happen next. Nothing is going to change. I'm just going to keep falling forever. So we know what's going to happen next. Nothing is going to change. I'm just going to keep falling forever. I know what's going to happen next. And there's no surprises here. There's something nice about that. And it's about escapism. It's not wanting to do anything. It's just wanting to fall forever. Escaping from the responsibility of doing something. Falling forever. So let's just stay in this because it feels like you need time to fall forever. Vibrationally, that's what it says. This is kind of nice. I'm not going to lie. I do enjoy falling forever. And I never want to leave it. And I kind of laugh because it's just so like surreal and great. It's very freeing of the senses. And it's comfortable. And I can believe in it. I can trust in it. But something kind of disappointing happens. it's one of your guides or somebody, an actual consciousness comes and does a really like bummery thing, puts ground here. You don't splat on it. You actually comfortably land on your own feet as though you never were falling. You were lying to yourself. You gave yourself a lie and you lived in it because it gave you comfort. But the whole thing was avoiding what you need to be doing right now. Just avoiding what you need to be doing. That's what this is what is being said here about this. This is also good. You have like a wooden stake and you start to stab the spirit guide because it's like, how could you do this to me? How could you take that away from me? I needed to fall forever. I was just getting used to this. I was just enjoying this. Why did you do this to me? The spirit guide kind of looks like Squidward, actually. I mean, he's got like a weird nose that kind of comes out. He's kind of, I mean, he's got a weird Squidward-like head to him. You can't hurt your spirit guides, by the way. But you can vent, you know. Kind of need to. You're crying a lot. Exhausted again. Returning to yourself now. Let's see if you can hold it together. Oh boy. It's overwhelmingly exhausting, okay? Almost gave me like a dizzy effect to it. Okay, let's see what happens. You. 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 Let's see you. Just you. You. You're not looking like you. You say, I don't want to right now. Can I look like this? You look like a mix between, it's like Minnie Mouse with Goofy and a strange red line that goes down the center of your face. And you're wearing like blue overalls that are like corduroy. I mean, they're not jean material. And a white collared shirt. And you're short. You're comfortable not being yourself right now. I say, don't you remember the spirit guide that came and showed you the ground? And you were just getting used to that, and it was nice. But look at where that brought you, back to yourself again. And now you don't want to do this again. You're avoiding being yourself right now. Why? It's like, you can do it. You can do this. You can do this, okay? You can do it. It's okay. Shh. The next thing is you're very exhausted and you want to kind of, I mean, you basically become a tiny little coin of a puddle on the ground. It's like you want to disappear, but there's still some visibility to you. You're basically a little black puddle. Just leave me alone. Just let me be. Just go away. I say, you know what that gets you? That gets the opposite. You know what I'm going to have to do when you tell me to leave you alone and go away? I'm going to have to torment you. I'm going to have to poke you a lot. And you're going to get very, very annoyed. I'm going to annoy you until you become yourself. Stop avoiding it. Interestingly enough, you're creating a hard shell and you're blocking everything out. So I'm projecting inside. And I just start snapping my fingers like so loud, millions and 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 millions of times until it rips you apart. Because it's so freaking loud. And the word stop it is happening here. I say, all you have to do is be yourself. Everything's quiet. Just be yourself. Because when you avoid it, you're only going to create more problems, more exhaustion than just being yourself. It's going to get worse for you. Just be you. Be you. You can do it. I show you how much vibrationally lighter things are because I took the eights away. I took the old lady and the very large door of basically a lot of lifetimes of suffering, a lot of them in there. Oh, too many for where you're at right now. And I took away that conundrum. I mean, that dimension is just going to change its identity again and again, and it's going to drive you nuts. Because you're never going to find what you're looking for there. You're just going to be introduced to the truth, and now you're going to be introduced to the truth, and now you're going to be introduced to the truth. And all the energy you put into it is going to be transformed into the next truth. And it's just too much right now. You need something simple. You need to just get back to you. Something simple. But this is real. I mean, this is real. You are real here. And there's so much improvement that's taken place because disconnecting you from those other meanings is creating some quiet, sensibility, sense of groundedness, sense of reconnecting with who you are. It feels simple, and you need that simplicity. Still kind of vulnerable, so I'm literally gonna move you into kind of like a time room where you can just rest. Literally, it's a safe space. Again, I'm disconnecting you from all that other stuff. It's very inappropriate for you to be connected to all that other stuff right now. Not appropriate. Because here I am to bring you into balance. To bring you into balance, we need to just disconnect all of that because that's not what you need right now. And here it is quiet, and you're going to be able to start hearing your guides communicating with you. It's almost like you really want to hear from your guides. Resting, having silent time, choosing to hear from your guides will allow you to hear from them. Start speaking out loud about what you feel they're saying to you, what you feel like they are like. Actually feel out one of them, right? The best you can do is like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Squidward. That's what keeps coming to me. All right, I'm going to feel out one of my guides. I just keep thinking of, I don't know, minty fresh gum. All right, so guide, I guess you have something to do with minty fresh gum. What else? Oh, I feel like I forgot about something. And this guide is reminding me, like, this is what it's like when you open up to figuring out, finding out, discovering, working with psychic ability to connect with your guides. This is literally what it's like. Whatever comes to you is what you work with. You have to work with something. You work with what comes to you. That starts to build the meaning. But you have to trust that that is the meaning. There's no coincidence. You attract exactly what you ask for. Even if it doesn't make any sense, it literally does make more sense than you may be aware of yet. You got to give it time for you to sense out how truly incredibly connected and psychic you are. This is quite nice because disconnecting you from all that, it's getting easier and easier for you to feel comfortable just being yourself. And in this time room, it's nice and quiet in here. It's just you and your spirit guides and your higher self. It's just you and kind of the close-knit family. It's just you. So it just feels like a rehabilitation to me. Feels like rehabilitation and introduction to working with guides and higher self, angels, all that good stuff, galactic family, all that good stuff. What you feel a connection with. This is going to bring a lot of peace to your heart. It's going to help you feel more clear-minded. Yeah. Feel a lot better. Feel way better balanced. You feel so much better balanced. Inner peace, a nice silent energy to it. The stress is releasing. The anger is subsiding. You're in control of yourself and your feelings. You're opening up to your guides and higher self. Opening up to silent time and rest. You're opening up to the raw and the real, okay? It feels really good too. All right, there we go. Thank you so much for this experience. Thank you so much. I'm excited for you because where I started and where we stopped, two totally different realities. I can cope with this final place. Like that is a wonderful place to be. That is a wonderful place to be. So when your energy field aligns with that, it's going to help you feel really collected, and it's going to help you feel peaceful, clear mind. It's going to help you feel those ways. Getting you out of that like jam there, that nut house energy, like there's just too much. Way too much. Let's get you rehabilitated and give you some time, right? Oh, thank you so much for this. Thank you for sharing with others. And for those watching, thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of my life, my YouTube channel. Thank you for your support of my clients and each other. Thank you for the likes and the comments. If you're new to my YouTube channel, don't be shy to subscribe. I hope you all have a very wonderful day.